Hello, friends. Today's topic is carrying other people's baggage. Let's rant.
Nobody ever talks about how hard it is carrying the weight of being not only the hottest, but the most hilarious ex they will ever have. And I am out here making it look easy. Someone's got to do it, you know what I'm saying? But could you imagine being compared to this? To this? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Lay them burdens to rest. You gotta lay them burdens to rest. We're not about to be carrying all this extra weight on our back when we don't need to. Right. Why would we need to have burdens and be burdened when we could be light, joyful, peaceful, free? Lay the burdens down. It's not your problem, let it go. It's not your situation, let it go. It's something you can stop worrying about, let it go. Lay down the burdens. Lay down. Surrender it all. Let it go. Because this feeling of being free, light, joyful, confirmation.
Story of a lot of mothers, right? Being a single mother has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but I took that shit to the chin. I took it to the chin, chest out, chin up, all of that. But the fact that the dads can go through life carefree, knowing that they have children in the world that they have not poured into, have not checked on, have not did a safety check on, blows my mind. And then when these kids grow up to go to college and, be thriving, go to the military, they're not, parents at 19, 18, 20. Then they want to be like, oh, yeah, that's my baby. And yeah, you look good. And what's going on with you? Like just shooting the shit like you ain't been absent all these years. Like you didn't pour into that kid at all. Like that is not an accomplishment of yours. That's an accomplishment of mine. I need you to say thank you to me. I raised that stand-up citizen, not you. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that you got a kid that you can brag on, that's my kid. That's my kid. My kid. I'm sorry. You did a great job with her. Whether I want to hear it or not, I deserve it. A lot of mothers deserve to hear that. You did a great job. I'm sorry you had to do it alone. I heard she doing good. I heard she is good. What? It's like a slap in the face. It really is. It really is. And the world will be a better place when men start to acknowledge what they don't contribute to. You get to brag on a kid you had no type of contribution to. It's crazy to me.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you while I have a minute because the kids are distracted. But it is not your job as an empath to fix anybody. It is not your job as an empath to make sure everyone is okay. It is not your job as an empath to be the glue that keeps everything and everyone together. Your job as an empath is to feel for people and understand other people. But it is not your job as an empath to try and put them together, to keep them together, to hold on to them, to just make sure that their pieces fit, and are tightly welded. It is not your job. As an empath, we like to take on other people's burdens, and that is not our job, right? From the experiences that we've had, I feel like, speaking from experience, our job as empaths is to help others understand and get to where they can hold themselves together, to where they can be their own glue, to where they can just see a possibility for themselves to be stable and not codependent. You get what I'm saying? To help them understand that they're not alone, bro. I don't know who needed to hear that today. I know that we struggle sometimes to draw a line as empaths. I challenge you today to draw a line, okay? Be there for somebody. You can be supportive without being supportive. You get what I'm saying? And taking on other people's burdens. That's not our job. Let them have their burdens, but help them through it. You get what I'm saying? Don't take it onto yourself. Don't put it on your back. Anyway, you have enough problems of your own to get through. the people that are for you are going to be for you. They're going to sit there while you're fixing yourself, as you fix yourself, as supportive as they can be. You get what I'm saying? Like, stop enabling these people and instead help them find their own way. Anyway, stay up, stay blessed, and stay positive, y'all. I hope everyone has a blessed day. Bye.
Are you carrying the weight of others? Comment down below.
Single parent constantly being reminded that everything in this country is built for a 2-parent household sucks. I was talking to a mom at my daughter's school, and apparently my daughters had French homework for 3 weeks. I had no freaking idea. I thought the emails we were getting was just an update for class. To be honest, I have just been skimming through them because I am so overwhelmed with working multiple jobs, trying to take care of myself so that I don't like explode on my children, because if I don't go to the gym, if I don't get exercise, I'm a terrible person to be around. And then it's like, on top of that, the time that one parent is supposed to be sitting down and doing homework with their young kids, the other parent, and it's teamwork, to be getting dinner ready, doing something. And it's like, I work Monday through Friday. I'm working from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. seeing clients. So that's like trying to see clients and, put food on the table and then also do homework for my kids. It's like so frustrating. And then in all that, I'm also supposed to read them books, put them to bed, get them fed, get them bathed every night. And it's just like, the more parenting happens, the more overwhelmed I become as a single parent, because nothing I do is good enough. If I make more money, I'm sucking at motherhood. If I'm taking care of myself, I'm not making that much money. But if I'm not taking care of myself and going to the gym, I'm a terrible mom because I'm yelling, I'm angry, I'm in a bad mood. And it's just like, nothing we can do is enough. There's only so much one parent can do. And no matter how hard we try, it's just never enough.
I don't know who need to hear this on today, but I'm here to tell you, the stuff that you need to clean up in your life right now, half of the time ain't even your shit. Stop carrying somebody else's baggage. Stop carrying somebody else's load. Take a time to yourself and sit back and realize what's your crap and what somebody else's. And sometimes, sis, you just got to drop it off and continue with your life.
Something that a lot of people don't talk about is that the higher you elevate your finances, every time you reach to a different level, you will unlock a different part of your financial trauma that you have that you may not realize that you have. For example, you guys know what, in April we completed our first 100 envelope saving challenge, and I was able to save $5,000 in 100 days. What that showed me is that if I put my mind to saving money, I can do it. But what I didn't realize was it became a lot harder to tell my family no, that I couldn't help them, knowing I had access to $5,000 in my account. I would feel guilty. I would feel like a bad daughter. I would feel like a bad sister, because I just knew I had this money in there, but I also knew that it's savings. And if it's not a dire need or an emergency, I don't need to be going into it. And that can be really hard, especially when you're the one in your family that makes it. I feel like a lot of people think that, like, when you think about the person that makes it in the family, you think about somebody reaching this big level of fame or coming into this big amount of money. But honestly, if you're in a situation that is better than your family, in their eyes, you've made it. And now they feel like it is your duty to pull everybody up with you, which I can understand that. But until you get to a true level of financial freedom where you can do that, it is not your job to take care of everybody and make sure that everybody is okay, unless you can comfortably do so without putting yourself in a messed up financial situation.
So being an older sister is carrying every single body else's burden, because last year I had made a video asking you guys about how do y'all feel about sending your kids back to Africa. You know, our parents do it all the time. And my mom ended up doing it. She ended up sending my 2 brothers there. And my oldest brother, Mamadou, was diagnosed with ADHD. And he's the real reason why my 2 brothers were sent to Africa because he was going down a really like slippery slope or whatever. But I was telling my mom, like, I don't think that you sending your kids away is the solution for their bad behavior. This is something that you should have nipped in the bud in the beginning, and now you're seeing it in his teenage years. So now he's come back, and automatically I can tell that it's affected him a whole lot. And this is me being really vulnerable, and I don't know what to do to help him, because he is opening up to me, and he's telling me, like, they're saying like the whole point of us going to Africa was because of the Quran and for us to do a good job and to tawakkul or whatever the case may be. But what's the point if your child ends up coming back scarred? And that's literally what I said to my mom. I said this to my mom before sending my brothers there. I'm like, are you sure? Do you want to do this? Because they're going to come back and be totally different. And I was so afraid that they're going to come back and resent her. And he's just like, bro, it was just so bad. Like, it's so bad that he don't even know how to describe it with other adjectives. And it's just like, now I'm afraid that my little brother is just gonna, like, one second. I always tell myself I'd never come on TikTok crying, but if you know me, you know I asked for little siblings my whole entire life. My mom didn't have my brother until I was 10. So he's literally like my first baby, and then seeing him like struggling to express himself and struggling to talk about all the things that might have happened to him in Africa is just like my worst nightmare come true as like an older sister. So I'm just coming on here to ask, like, are in a similar situation where you are an older sister and you had like little siblings get sent away and they came back and they were closed in and you're trying to get through to them, and then they're finally like telling you how they feel. Like, what did you do to support them in that time? What did you do to help them like readjust and like let them know that they are safe, like you are their safe space? Because I was not for my mom sending them back at all. But y'all know African parents don't listen to you. They give you all this damn responsibility, but they do not listen to you when it comes to your decisions, when it comes to your siblings. They make you their second parent, but when it comes to actual decision making, they don't listen to you. And it's just like, I'm telling her, like, yes, I understand Deen is important, but is it so important to the fact where you might lose your son in a different way? Like, yeah, I understand you're scared that he's gonna end up in the streets and shit, but now my brother is like different. Like, I don't like the fact that he's so closed in, because most of the time when kids are closed in, it's because they really went through something. And I don't know, y'all. I just want people to give me advice on how to handle this situation, because clearly my parents are not emotionally intelligent enough to handle this situation, and it's going to end up being my responsibility to make sure that my brothers are okay, like always.
Life is hard in 2025, and giving money out to friends or family is tough, and helping people all time can be stressful at times. How are you dealing with this? Comment down below.